y'all doing? This is Earthquake from Tattoo for You. This is on how to set up your tattoo machine. I'll be using a Coil machine for this. A critical power supply knockoff. I've been using it for years. I think they're like 50 bucks on eBay. They're pretty good. I just got a new camera mount, but it ain't that great. Looked a lot better, but first things first, we'll be putting power cord into the power supply, which this one tells you everywhere everything goes. Still getting used to this on camera thing. So this doesn't have to be fully sealed if it's out of your way. Alright, you got your foot pedal right here. So we'll be plugging that in here under foot pedal. Now, I use an RCA jack, but this works for clip cords also, which this machine I haven't converted to an RCA because I just don't use it anymore. I use pen styles now. So I have a conversion to use clip cords because I don't have any clip cords anymore. So once you get your wires untangled, let's move this stuff out of the way. This is the conversion. You will take your blue sleeve, clip cord sleeve, or in this case RCA cable sleeve, and you will just put your cable all the way through, of course using your gloves. I forgot to say that from the start. I think it goes without saying. Use gloves for every step of your process. I'll be doing a video on rotary machines and conversion kits, so you can use pen cartridges. I'll show you how to set those up with either a rotary or coil. This goes for rotaries too. You set them up the same. So now we fed that all the way through. We're going to plug this into our power supply under machine. Some power supplies, especially if you're using eBay knockoffs, they will not have that labeled, but normally your machine is on the left and your foot pedal is on the right. So the purpose of this cover is so that way you're not getting blood and plasma all over your wires. Alright, now we're going to take some masking tape, if I can find how to do with gloves on and on camera, but I suggest when you're done you fold it like this. I forgot to. I'm a human, I make mistakes like everybody else. So before we do that, taping that, we're gonna do this, and this would work if the same way as if you had an actual clip cord. You would cover all the way up, and then you would poke these through the plastic. Now if you're just using a straight RCA cable, you can just tape it right here. But since I do have the clip cord conversion, we're gonna wrap it all the way up. Now, you know, stick your clip cords in your machines, and hopefully mine is still tuned. I have not used this machine in years. Wasn't that great of a machine to begin with. We're gonna stick this on our machine. Make sure our machine is working, which mine is. It's definitely not in tune. I have not used this in a long time. Now we got some tape right here, masking tape. We're just gonna go around this once, just to get something for the tape to stick onto once we cover the actual machine. So now we are gonna take sandwich baggie, because I'm old school. They do sell bags for coils and rotaries, but I'm old school, my man. So we're gonna do it my way. So take your machine, stick it in the bag. Oh wow, right here. I use these on fake skins and stuff, not on humans. So, been a while since I worked with one of these, and on camera. So what you want to do with your eyelid hook facing that way. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to bend this, get a slight bend like this, so that way, you know, you don't need nothing major, just a slight bend, so that way when you put it back in your tube, which is very hard to do on camera, it's flush against the tip. You know, you don't want it bouncing around in there, so that little bend's gonna put it where it needs to be. Then you will take one of these rubber grommets, because it is a lot easier to get it onto the armature bar. Yes, you get one of these on there, then you're gonna stick it through the bag, which, I mean, again, you can tell I ain't done this in a while. Stick it through your sandwich baggie. You don't want a huge hole, just enough to get this in there. So now you're gonna have your disposable grip, tube, needle, all that jazz. You're gonna have that in here. Then you're gonna slide it through here. You're gonna put that little rubber grommet on here, and then we are gonna set this for now in a roundabout area. Now you gotta take this back off. You gotta put 2 rubber bands. They're gonna go one at the bottom, one towards the top. Then you're gonna put your clip cords back on. You're going to carefully turn your machine on and figure out your depth where you want to be. So now that you got your rubber bands on, you got your clip cords on, you got your grip, all this jazz, Now you're going to loosen this up to loosen the grip up, so that way you can set your needle depth. Like mine are hanging out way too far. And you're going to run your machine, and that's about where I'm going to have mine. So I'm going to set that. Okay, now that I have that set, I'm going to finish wrapping this, and then I'm going to show you the depth I have mine set at. Everybody goes a little bit differently. It all depends on whether you're going to ride the tube or if you're going to float your needles. When you're first starting out, you want to ride the tube, so you probably won't go out as far as I do. Now, you're going to seal this all up with some more masking tape. Okay, now you're going to get your masking tape, hold your machine, go around this. Now, don't be using some masking tape you just got laying around the house. Buy some that's completely devoted to tattooing. Now, don't just use what you got around the house. Now, we still got one more spot we got to seal right here. So we're going to use a little bit more masking tape. You know, get you plenty. And then again, fold this so that way it's easier to get to. Now, I like to store my masking tape in sandwich bags. You know, you get like a regular size sandwich bag that'll fit right in there. Alright, now we are going to completely seal up around. Now, I'm talking about the Ziploc sandwich bags, by the way. Not the sandwich bags we're using on our machine right now. These are for the machine. Okay, now this is how you set up a coil machine or a rotary machine. A rotary, you'd have a lot more slack in the baggie because there's a lot more stuff moving around. Like this, that's fine. You know, it can move in there. It's not going to get poked by nothing. Now, this, let's see if we can get this on camera. Sorry, let's get the camera to stop moving for a minute. See if we can get that to focus. There we go. So that's about how I like to let my needles hang out. Like, I'm not floating the tube, like riding the tube, but I'm also floating the needles a little bit. I don't, you know, normally I'll hang them out a little bit further, but I'm not tearing this all back apart, and I'm not tattooing today. You know, I made this video just for you guys. I'll be making videos on how to do wrap a pen style machine, wrap rotary machines, which the rotary is pretty much the same as this. So this has been how to wrap your tattoo machine with Earthquake from Tattoo For You. You can use this for coils or rotary machines. Like, subscribe, share, you know, anything helps. Let's spread the knowledge. There's a lot of misinformation out there.